A group of students and their teachers gathered at the 9,000-foot level of Mauna Kea on Saturday to give back to the mountain they greet every day from their school down in Keaukaha.
You know, my philosophy and our school philosophy is if we don't bring them, they won't know.
Mapuana Waipa is the interim director of Ke'ana La'ahana Public Charter School. She says a trip like this is an important part of their education.
Every morning, protocol is to do our olis, to start off our day, getting our minds and our minds set for the day ahead, and we end the same way. And so we do the same kind of oli down. We're near the ocean, and it was a chance to bring them up to the mountain that we oli towards, and to see what the likenesses and the differences are regarding our aina or our moku here on Hawaii Island. And I think there's 8 of our students that have come up, ranging from 7th grade to 12th grade, and just to get them to know what it's like to take care of our aina and what it is to give back.
The Office of Mauna Kea Management joined Ke'ana La'ahana and Pahoa's Hawaii Academy of Arts and Sciences at the Visitor Information Center to pull weeds and malama this unique mountain land.
We're near the ocean, so there's a lot of rain and but also beautiful days where we can see this mountain very clear from where we're at. And like today is one of those days also. You know, the elements have been really great for us. The winds and the sun, and not quite what we thought was going to be, cold and blustering, but they've adapted really well.
I like the way how the air is really cool and all that, because then down on the Hilo side there's hardly any wind.
Here in this enclosure, numerous silver swords are taking root, part of a careful reintroduction effort. But in order for the rare native plants to survive, the invasive weeds must go.
This is actually my 4th time up here.
Dr. Alton Okinaka teaches sociology at the University of Hawaii and also sits on the Ke'ana La'ahana School Board.
Mauna Kea is very important in Hawaiian culture. It's part of a lot of their kumulipo, their creation chants. It is very important for them to know the mountain if they're going to chant about the mountain. And so we felt it's better to bring them up here, let them experience the mountain. Some of them haven't been up here, or they want to come for very short visits. And I don't think there's any way better to get to know a piece of land than to actually work on it.
He prefers the slow and steady approach, which looks more like archaeology than weeding.
A lot of people only pick the really big weeds because that's really visible and easy to notice, and it fills your bag real quick, so it looks like you got a lot done. But if you only peel the big ones, all the little ones get big. And so I prefer to peel the little ones as well as the big ones, so that section gets done and doesn't have to be done again for a long time. So I prefer to do it a little bit at a time and just get a section done, so we don't have to keep coming back.
Wallace Ishibashi was also up on the mountain that day. Recently hired as a cultural officer for the Office of Mauna Kea Management, Ishibashi spent some time with the youth.
Oh, this is so important to the children to learn our history and our duties as malama Mauna Kea. So this is a good opportunity for our Kaina La'ahana to be able to come up and learn the culture. So it's a great event. Great opportunity. We're trying to create programs and trying to implement that and educate our school kids, our general public, trying to get more information prior to coming up so they understand the importance.
I have this feeling that if you're going to do something, you do it right, you do it thoroughly. So if we're going to teach Hawaiian culture, we should teach all aspects of the culture. If we're going to teach people to care for the land, we should teach them how to do it from the ground up. If we're going to teach them to weed, let's make sure they do it right and get all the weeds.
And that's kuleana. That is not something we choose, but it's a given. We don't have a choice to say yes we're going to do or no we're not. It is what it is, and it's trying to get that kind of frame of mind into our children, because they are our future, and I have faith in our future, and if I can't help them get there, who will? And so this is a great opportunity to bring them up here.
That's the proper protocols, trying to establish this relationship from the ocean up to the mountain and bringing the chants up here. So they have that perspective of what they're saying on the bottom, what they're chanting. So that's one good perspective for them to learn. And we're trying to spread this around to all the different schools. We invite everybody to teach our youth and plant that seed and instill into their hearts that they have this opportunity to learn exactly what is Hawaiian. Yeah, so it's so important that we do this.